I am here to make a rebuttal against my opponent, Mr. Mills. This is about money. Is money happiness? My opponent said, if you're hungry, you're not happy. And so basically saying that food makes you happy and money can buy food. But there are volunteers that will give people who don't have food. I know from experience because I've been a volunteer before. And along with that, my opponent said, an example was the Snickers commercial. And I know that this Snickers commercial, their ad is fake. But along with many other things, he said one thing about medicine. And yes, I understand people need medicine, and I understand it costs money, but that's why people have insurance. So if you have a job, most times it has insurance. And my opponent mentioned clothes. I know that sometimes I throw away clothes, or I'll give it to Goodwill where it's cheap, or you can just find it, you could find clothes in the dumpster and it doesn't matter because it's covering your body, and that's what clothes are meant for. My opponent said that house and bed make you happy and they cost money. And so I believe that house is just shelter. So you need something as shelter. You could use a tent, you could use old tree branches. Yeah. And for the bed, my opponent said bed makes you happy and you buy a bed with money. And in my experience, you can sleep pretty much anywhere. It could be loud, it could be quiet, it could be cold, it could be hot. But you could pretty much sleep anywhere, and you don't even need a bed. You could just use like a blanket. You could use, like, if you're out in the forest, you could use some tree branches or leaves or something, grass, mud. And this is why I think my opponent is wrong.